Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we have some major leaks to go over for Generation 10, battle mechanics, gameplay details. There's so much crazy stuff to go over for the next Pokemon games. We also have Pokopia details to go over, some Nintendo stuff has also dropped. A lot of things to break down today, so if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, we have a couple of brand new events to quickly go over regarding various different Pokemon games. The first one is Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. A brand new 7-star Terra Raid battle has been fully revealed. This was tweeted out by HDvee saying battle against the Water Terra type Goodra. We just had Hydreigon, and now we have our next pseudo-legendary 7-star raid event. So this runs from the 21st of November through to the 23rd of November, and then again a week later from the 28th of November through to the 30th of November. And of course, that will also be accompanied by Blissey's on the second run of the event. And then also we had this event start in Cafe Remix over the weekend. We've got HDvee tweeting out saying, HDvee update, the next Pokemon Cafe Remix delivery focus has been announced. It adds Alteria's antique blue outfit into the game. And this runs, like I say, yesterday from the 16th of November 2025. So yeah, just a couple of quick Pokemon events to quickly go over regarding these different games. Moving on though, we have some really exciting leaks to go over for Generation 10. Some very interesting information has dropped regarding, as I say, the battle mechanics, gameplay details, and some things that may shock you. This was posted by Pori Leaks, but originally posted by Bald Guy. Of course, one of the main leakers in the community, has a very good track record, so whatever they say is probably going to be correct. But this is sort of the I guess just the collection of information that Bald Guy has said. Obviously, he posted some other information the other day. We covered that. And then like a day or two later, he then posted more information. So we're getting around to that second portion now. But yeah, he is being very generous with the information regarding Generation 10 that he is giving us out. But anyway, let's take a look at the latest leaks. So we've got Pori Leaks here tweeting out saying, Wind and Waves Pokemon Gaia leak tracker. So Generation 10 alleged details. So turn-based combat returns. So this is a big one, because a lot of people were unsure whether we were going to get turn-based battles back for Generation 10. A lot of people really like the real-time battles in Pokemon Legends ZA. And of course, with Champions coming out sometime next year, a lot of people were thinking, well, that's going to be the main competitive game. Surely the real time is just going to stay with Generation 10 in the main series now, and then all the competitive stuff will be on Champions, especially because Champions is going to be the game that Worlds 2026 is played on in regards to VGC and stuff. So it kind of made sense. But it looks like turn-based is going to return for Generation 10. I generally think that the Legends games are just there to completely change what we know about Pokemon. Obviously, Legends Arceus did it. We had a different style of battling in those games. It was still turn-based, but obviously we had like Agile style and Strong style. And of course, it just added loads of other things to the game, like overworld catching and stuff. It was completely different, revolutionary. We all really enjoyed Legends Arceus, and I think that's just what the Legends games are going to do. You know, Legends ZA has took that a step further with real-time battling. I'm sure if we get another Legends game, which again we are very likely to be, is going to change it again. You know, the battling is just going to be different in Legends games. Catching Pokemon is going to be different in Legends games. I think that is just the whole premise of those games, and we just have to get used to that. But the main series games from the generational standpoints, like Gen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is just going to be turn-based combat, and I think that's just always how it's going to be. It's always how it has been, so I don't know why they would change it. But I understand why people thought it might be real-time just because of the whole Champions thing. But yeah, turn-based combat does return in Pokemon Legends, Pokemon Generation 10, should I say. And then moving on, it says battles are a seamless version of the Legends Arceus combat. So that means that I assume you can like move around and stuff like you can in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Obviously you have your Pokemon fighting the trainer's Pokemon. But yeah, you can move like side to side. I'm not sure if attacks will like hurt you and stuff. I don't think you can get knocked out like you can in Legends games. But yeah, basically having the battle there in front of you, but then being able to move around and kind of see it from different angles and stuff, which was nice. I mean, that was pretty cool. I mean, you can do that in Legends EA as well. But yeah, it's a seamless version of Pokemon Legends Arceus' combat. So turn-based, like Legends Arceus, but there's not going to be any strong or agile style. It is just going to be, like I say, my go, your go, my go, your go, but you can move around as well. Next up, it says battles automatically occur in the overworld. So yeah, I think that's going to be similar to how it used to be, where, I mean, this is like trainer battles, I assume, as well as wild battles. But I don't really know how, I'm not really sure how they would automatically occur in the overworld with kind of wild battles, because obviously the Pokemon would be there in front of you. So you'd have to go over to it to initiate that battle. I assume with trainer battles, it is talking about a little bit more in detail about that. So in previous games, we've had to go up to that trainer, especially in Scarlet and Violet, to kind of initiate that battle, but they'll just automatically battle you in the overworld now. So I think trainers and I guess Pokemon will be back to that. A little bit like it was in Legends EA, where obviously if they see you, they will kind of initiate that battle, which I feel like it should be. I think for Scarlet and Violet, I dodged so many trainer battles, and I just didn't have to do any of them because you had to go up and talk to them. But yeah, in this game, it looks like it's going to be back to, if they see you, then they are going to battle you. But of course, this is going to be a massive open world game, so you'll be able to dodge them. There'll be like a radius where they can see you. They're not like going to see you from the other end of the island and stuff. So yeah, battles automatically occur in the overworld. And then it says free character movement during turn-based combat, like in Legends Arceus. AoE attacks / effects added to moves in combat, like in Legends EA. So this is quite a big thing to unpack as well, because this kind of carries on from what I was talking about earlier, where the character can free roam. I don't really know what else it would mean by like battles are seamless versions of Legends Arceus' combat. I assume it's just quite similar, but yeah, the free character movement obviously does return during the turn-based combat, like in Legends Arceus, and then AoE attacks and effects added to moves in combat, like in Legends EA. So that will allow you to hit multiple things at once. So I guess if there's like double battles and stuff, obviously as you can in Pokemon anyway, like Earthquake will hit everything, Surf will hit everything, it'll be similar to that. And then also effects also added to those moves in combat in Legends Arceus as well, like in Legends EA. So yeah, it looks like it's kind of going to be a combination of what we've always been used to, but then they're also adding elements of the Legends game into the kind of situation as well, which I think is just going to be really, really good. This is what kind of people are talking about it, you know, saying more for turn-based, but with the seamless form from the Legends games. Hopefully they will return to the real time in the next Legends game, which I think they probably could. Again, I think that Legends are just supposed to be like pushing the boat out in what they kind of expect to see. Yeah, real time cannot be a one and done thing. This is disappointing. Like I say, a lot of people want to see it back, but again, I think it is just going to be a Legends thing going forward, which I'm all for. You know, they've obviously put a lot of time and effort into that battle system. I don't think it's going to be a one and done situation. I think they will try and use it again, maybe even in spin-off games and stuff, not just the Legends series. But this was taken from what Ball Guy said. This was the actual post that he did say. So the greatest example, it was a reply to this person here saying, do you know if Gaia utilizes a turn-based or real-time battling system? I'd really like to know. So we have Ball Guy saying, the greatest example I can provide for this is a more seamless version of Pokemon Legends Arceus' combat, automatically occurring battles, free roam movement with a plethora of additions from ZA, such as AoE effects for moves. So like I say, just a combination of, I'd say Gen 9, Legends Arceus, and Legends EA, but without the real time. And then TLDR, it is turn-based, yes, and the best possible implementation. So all the good things from the Legends games have been added into this sort of turn-based battling as well. So even though it is going back to turn-based, I don't think it should be a thing to get you worried or upset. Like, it looks like they are going to absolutely smash it out of the park. And like I say, they've created a whole new engine for this. So I think, honestly, we'll see, like, probably a battle in Generation 10 in the February Pokemon Presents. I think that's just going to change everybody's mind. Like, everybody's going to see it and going to be like, yeah, it looks incredible. I want to play that game now. So yeah, some really cool Gen 10 leaks there about the battles and the mechanics and the gameplay details and stuff like that. Not sure if Ball Guy's going to post any more things. We might not get anything now from Generation 10 until the presents. Obviously, we do have the DLC trailer this week for Legends EA's Mega Dimension, so excited to see that. But yeah, in regards to Generation 10, those were kind of like the latest leak updates from Ball Guy. And again, we posted more leaks previously last week where he kind of spoke about other things regarding Generation 10. But either way, that's going to be everything for the Generation 10 stuff. Let's move on. Next up, we have this post to quickly go over from Soul Silver Art regarding Pokopia and the DLC. So we've got Soul Silver Art here tweeting out saying, Pokemon leaks. Crazy enough, we learned from the Terra leak that Pokopia had planned DLC. The code name for it was Mega Oasis. Like I say, if you weren't aware, we are getting DLC for this game. The code name was Mega Oasis. And of course, this could change, but in my opinion, this could even mean more new Pokemon forms and characters like Pikachu could be introduced not only in the base game, but in the DLC. And I think that is very likely to be the case. I think this is something that is going to sell Pokopia, like new Pokemon forms that are going to be implemented into the game that are only going to be exclusive to Pokopia, like your Pikachus, your Moslaxes, and stuff like that. And I think they're probably going to do that in the DLC. And they go and say, and the more unique forms Pokopia gets, gives me just a little more copium that they could be added somehow into the mainline series. But yeah, copium is the key word. Again, I'm very much on the fence whether these are going to get added into main series. I don't think they're going to be. I think they are just going to be exclusive to Pokopia, like we had Primal Dialga in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, like we had the Purple Kecleon in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. These Pokemon forms that are just in that game, and like a little bit like Shadow Lugia as well in Gale of Darkness, like they're just in those games and they just can't be taken out. I think we also have a couple of new screenshots as well, because I don't remember seeing this from the trailer where we meet Moslax, and then also we have this Pikachu one as well. So I don't know where these screenshots were taken from, but I definitely don't remember them being in the trailer. But yeah, we are getting DLC for this game, which is kind of the main thing that I wanted to say. It was codenamed Mega Oasis. It probably still is codenamed Mega Oasis. You can see it here as well from, this is sort of the kind of, I guess, the timeline from the Terra leak. So you got the Mega Oasis DLC, you got Mega Turtle, then you got Synapse as well. Again, this was all taken from the 2021 Terra leak, so you can kind of see the direction that they are going. But like I say, this game has been being worked on for 5 years. It is gonna be getting a lot of things, because this is very much a passion project from Game Freak, from Pokemon. They want it to do well. I think it will do well. I think it just needs to come out first. Again, it's one of those games that a lot of people are on the fence about whether they're going to get it or not. They're going to want to see a little bit of gameplay first. And again, the trailer was good. It was 10 minutes long, but I just don't think it sold the game enough. So I think sales for this might be quite low at the start, but then I think they'll pick up when people see if it is a good game or not. It might just flop, who knows, but it has the potential to be a very, very good game. But it is getting DLC. No idea when that's going to come out. It might even get announced during the Pokemon Day Presents. We'll have to wait and see. We could get DLC for it next year. It comes out March, so we could get DLC around like August time. And then, of course, Gen 10 drops in November-ish. We'll have to wait and see. But either way, that's the Pokopia update that I wanted to go over for today's video. Finishing things off for today's video, we have some Nintendo Switch 2 updates regarding backwards compatibility. Got Nintendo Everything here posting saying new wave of Nintendo Switch backwards compatibility fixes live on the Nintendo Switch 2. Xenoblade X, Batman Arkham Knight, Tokyo Xanadu, I probably pronounced that wrong, and more. So yeah, Nintendo Everything posting saying coinciding with this week's Nintendo Switch 2 firmware update, obviously from last week, a bunch of new Switch 1 games have been fixed on the new console in terms of backwards compatibility. So if any of these games were not working very well on your Switch 2, they should now be working fine. A few big names are included here. We previously spotlighted the fix for Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition in a separate post, but other games that have been fixed include Batman Arkham Knight, Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus, and the Windjammers. So the full lineup is as follows. So we've got Abyss, Memory, Fallen Angel, and the Path of Magic, A Clockwork, Leyline, Kangaroo ni Samayu Majo, definitely butchered that, I do apologize, Okana 4 Rhythms, Across the Blue, Arcade Party, Assault Suit, Leinos 2, Saturn Tribute, Batman Arkham Knight, Genso Menage, Godlike Burger, Hitman 3 Cloud version, Karma Zoo, Model Debut, Hashtag Nicola, Sniper, Hunter Scope, They Bleed Pixels, Tokyo, we've got Touhou Genso, Wanderer Reloaded, Windjammers, and then Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. I think this is probably the main one that people are going to be more bothered about. Well, everything above is now working in order. We have news about games Nintendo has identified as having issues. First, for Doom 2016, Doom plus Doom 2 and Captain Tsubasa, Rise of New Champions, problems with game progression have been found. Also for Oddworld Soulstorm, when playing in TV mode, it might sound might not play correctly. So those are probably the next ones that are going to get fixed in the next update for the Nintendo Switch 2. But either way, that is going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider leaving a like down below. It does really help out the video. It's trying at 500. Leave a comment with anything we've covered in today's video, the Switch 2 stuff, the Pokopia stuff. Obviously, the main thing today is the Generation 10 leak. So what are your thoughts on this? Are you happy that it's going back to turn-based combat? Would you prefer it to be real-time? Again, we'll have to wait and see what it actually looks like before we make a definitive kind of like assumption about it. But yeah, we don't have to wait long at all. You know, it's Pokemon Day in a few months, so hopefully we do see some more about this. I mean, we will see it, but either way, yeah, that's gonna be everything for today. So like I say, if you enjoyed, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.